Chosen one, stop scrolling. Something ancient is moving around you right now. Something God has been trying to show you for a long time. You didn't land on this video by accident. You were summoned. You were pulled here because divine favor is surrounding you in this exact moment. There's a shift in the atmosphere around your life, and you can feel it in your spirit. It's like the unseen realm is finally aligning with what your soul has been sensing for years. God is whispering to you, you are not forgotten. You are not ordinary. You are wrapped in my favor. And deep inside, you know it's true. You can't explain it, but something is awakening, and it's calling your name. The calling of the chosen. Chosen ones never blend in because they were never meant to. There's always been a sacred separation around your life. You walk into rooms and feel different. People misunderstand your spirit. Your heart feels older than your age. This is because God marked you long before the world tried to label you. You are spiritually coded with a purpose that others can't see, but they can feel it. The chosen carry an energy that exposes fake intentions, false environments, and hidden darkness. You were designed to be spiritually sensitive. You pick up energies people pretend they can't feel. Your intuition is sharp, your discernment is loud, and your soul refuses to stay asleep. The world calls it overthinking. God calls it awareness. And every challenge you've survived has been shaping you into exactly who you were created to become. The weight of being different. There's a heaviness that comes with being chosen. You don't get the easy route. Your life has never been simple, predictable, or smooth. It's filled with sudden shifts, painful lessons, unexpected losses, and seasons of isolation. But chosen one, understand this. Your pain was not punishment, it was preparation. God had to break you away from certain people, places, and timelines because they could not carry the weight of your destiny. Your loneliness was never emptiness. It was God positioning you. He separated you so He could speak to you. He isolated you so He could elevate you. Chosen people experience deeper storms because they are called to walk in deeper purpose. And the ones who tried to dim your light, they only made it brighter. The signs that you are chosen. Chosen ones feel things before they happen. Your spirit warns you, protects you, and guides you. You sense when something is wrong even if nothing has been said out loud. You lose connections without explanation because your energy no longer matches their intention. God removes people quietly when their season in your story is done. You keep surviving things that should have destroyed you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Yet every time you rise again with more wisdom, more strength, more clarity. You carry a strange inner knowing that you are meant for something bigger than your environment, bigger than your past, bigger than your fears. And no matter how many times you fall, you get back up because your spirit refuses to die. Why society fears the chosen. The world doesn't know what to do with people who can't be controlled, manipulated, or silenced. Chosen ones disrupt the system simply by being awake. Your presence exposes hidden intentions. Your honesty pierces through lies. Your spirit carries authority even when you're quiet. People sense your power even before you recognize it yourself. That's why they distance themselves. That's why they compete with you. That's why they speak against you. Not because you're weak, but because your light reveals what their darkness wants to hide. And society will always fear those who can see the unseen. The truth they never told you. You were chosen because you were willing to endure what others couldn't handle. God trusted you with battles He didn't give to anyone else. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. Every delay in your life was a divine setup. Every setback was spiritual training. Every heartbreak was redirection. Your story has been strange because your calling is supernatural. And now divine favor is not coming. It is already here. The shift you feel right now. You can feel the spiritual climate around your life changing. The warfare has been intense, but the breakthrough is even greater. Doors that were closed without explanation are about to open without warning. People who walked away will be replaced by people sent by God. Your name is being spoken in rooms you've never stepped into. Opportunities you didn't chase are being aligned with your purpose. There's a glow rising in your spirit, a strength, a clarity, a knowing. This is God's way of saying, "My favor surrounds you like a shield." Chosen one. If something in your spirit is responding right now, if your heart is feeling this message like it was written for you, then this is your confirmation. Divine favor is surrounding you. You are entering a season of breakthroughs, open doors, restoration, and supernatural alignment. Stand tall, walk boldly, step into your calling with confidence. And let me know in the comments, what part of this message woke something inside you? Like this video, comment your truth and subscribe to Chosen Wave, because your journey is just beginning and you're not walking it alone. The awakening of your spirit. Chosen one, there's a reason your soul has been restless lately. You've been feeling shifts you can't explain, emotions you can't describe, and a spiritual pull you can't ignore. This isn't anxiety, this isn't overthinking, this is awakening. God is stretching your spirit because He's preparing you for what's coming. You're not the same person you were last year, even last month. Your awareness is sharper, your intuition is louder, and your inner voice is refusing to be silenced. You're beginning to see through people, situations, and energies that used to confuse you. What once manipulated you no longer controls you. What once drained you no longer attracts you. This is what happens when divine favor starts surrounding your life. It exposes everything that isn't aligned with your destiny. The spiritual armor you didn't know you had. Every chosen soul carries a layer of protection that cannot be removed, replaced, or replicated. You've been attacked in ways others never experience, but you've also survived in ways others cannot understand. When people try to bring you down, something unseen lifted you back up. When situations tried to break you, God rebuilt you stronger. When darkness tried to swallow you, your spirit refused to fold. You've always felt something defending you, guiding you, covering you, even in your lowest moments. That wasn't luck, that wasn't coincidence, that was favor. And the more you grow spiritually, the more powerful that covering becomes. The moments you thought were failures. Chosen ones don't fail, they get redirected. You know those plans that fell apart, they weren't failures, they were warnings, they were protection, they were escape routes disguised as disappointments. God didn't let those things work out because He knew what you didn't. He saw the betrayal behind the smile. He saw the intention behind the opportunity. He saw the trap behind the blessing. And every time you cried over something ending, heaven was celebrating that you were saved from it. Your setbacks were not rejection, they were redirection. And soon everything will make sense. The battle against your spiritual voice. You ever notice how people get uncomfortable when you start speaking truth? It's because your voice carries revelation. Chosen ones don't just talk, they awaken. They break illusions, they expose lies. And that's why some people went silent when you walked in. That's why some friends drifted away. That's why certain relationships fell apart. Your presence disrupts the illusions they built their lives on. Society tries to silence the awakened because awakened people can't be controlled. They question everything. They see everything. They feel everything. You are not too much. You are just spiritually alive in a world full of spiritually asleep people. The purpose behind your loneliness. Loneliness hits chosen ones differently. It's not just emotional, it's spiritual. You don't crave company. You crave connection. You crave souls that match your depth, your vision, your frequency. And because God refuses to let you attach to the wrong people, He keeps separating you. You're not being isolated, you're being elevated. God removes you from crowds that drain your purpose so He can align you with people who strengthen it. Your loneliness is a sign that your next season requires a higher version of you, not a crowded version of you. The breakthrough in disguise. You've been feeling pressure lately, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. But pressure only shows up before breakthrough. When divine favor surrounds you, resistance increases because the enemy knows he can't stop what's coming. He can only distract you. That's why delays showed up out of nowhere. That's why small problems turned into big ones. That's why people started acting strange. Not because you're failing, but because you're about to step into something massive. Your spirit feels heavy because your destiny is expanding. The shift in your energy field. Chosen one, your energy has been transforming, and everyone around you can feel it, even if they don't say it out loud. Your presence hits differently now. Your silence carries power. Your aura has become sharper, cleaner, stronger. People who once tried to test you now feel intimidated by you. People who tried to belittle you now avoid eye contact. Not because you changed, but because your spirit evolved. Divine favor amplifies your inner light in ways that expose the intentions of those around you. Some people step back because they can't stand the truth your soul reflects. And others are drawn to you because your spirit feels like safety, clarity, and guidance. The inner strength you underestimate. You've been through things that would have destroyed a normal person. But chosen ones are built differently. Where others break, you bend. Where others quit, you rise. Where others lose hope, you find purpose. Your strength didn't come from comfort, it came from survival. It came from nights of crying alone. It came from battles nobody saw. It came from storms you stood through without collapsing. You didn't realize it at the time, but every painful moment was shaping you into a spiritual warrior. And now, you walk with a strength that even you don't fully understand. The spiritual gifts coming alive. Your intuition is no longer subtle, it's loud. Your dreams are no longer random, they're messages. Your emotions are no longer confusing, they're warnings. Everything inside you is waking up. Chosen ones receive signs in ways others never notice. You feel things before they happen, you sense danger without explanation, and you can read a room in seconds. These aren't coincidences, they are gifts. Gifts that activate when divine favor starts surrounding your life. Right now, God is unlocking spiritual abilities within you that were dormant for years. The real reason people feel threatened by you. People don't talk about your mistakes, they talk about your potential. They're not scared of who you are right now, they're scared of who you're becoming. Because when a chosen one starts rising, anyone with hidden intentions feels exposed. Your success threatens their comfort. Your growth triggers their insecurity. Your courage challenges their excuses. They're not afraid of your presence. They're afraid of your destiny. And deep down, even they know that divine favor is pushing you into a realm they cannot follow. The transformation of your mindset. Your thinking has shifted. You no longer chase people, you attract them. You no longer beg for love, you embody it. You no longer seek approval, you stand in your truth. This shift is not random, it's divine. God has been rewiring your mindset step by step, removing fear, healing wounds, and revealing truths. The things that once made you insecure don't control you anymore. The places that once made you feel small can no longer contain you. Your spirit has outgrown spaces your body is still standing in. The preparation for your next level. Right now, God is setting the stage for your elevation. He's aligning connections, preparing opportunities, and shifting circumstances in your favor. What looks quiet in the physical is loud in the spiritual. Angels are moving, doors are unlocking, paths are clearing. This silence you're experiencing, it's not emptiness, it's setup. You are in the final stages of preparation, before your breakthrough manifests in the natural realm. The rising of your inner authority. Chosen one, you've stopped asking for permission to be who you are. Your spirit no longer shrinks to make others comfortable. Your truth no longer hides behind fear. Your power no longer waits for validation. This authority you feel rising inside you, it's spiritual, not ego. It's the result of everything God has pulled you through. Every disappointment, every betrayal, every silent season has awakened something unshakable in you. People sense it. They may not speak it, but they feel it when you walk into a room. Your presence now carries the weight of someone who has survived storms and came out wiser, sharper, and divinely guided. The silent battles you've been fighting. You've carried burdens nobody knew about. You've cried tears nobody saw. You've healed wounds nobody caused, but still had to face alone. Chosen ones fight battles in private so they can walk in purpose in public. Your suffering wasn't unnoticed. Heaven watched every moment. God counted every tear. Not a single hardship was wasted. Those hidden wars strengthened you in ways the world can't understand. Your soul has scars that turned into armor. The seasons of sudden change. Your life doesn't move slowly, it shifts suddenly. One moment everything feels still, the next moment everything changes. Chosen ones go through divine transitions without warning. God doesn't always announce the shift, He just moves you. That's why connections break suddenly, why opportunities appear out of nowhere, why certain chapters end before you feel ready. It's not instability, it's acceleration. When divine favor surrounds you, your timeline speeds up. What should take years starts happening in months. You're stepping into a season where God will move so fast, it will feel unreal. The power of your silence. Not every battle needs your words. Not every situation needs your reaction. Chosen ones are learning the art of divine silence, the kind that speaks louder than anger, louder than explanations, louder than revenge. Your silence is not weakness, it's strategy. It's you recognizing that your energy is too valuable to waste on people who don't deserve access to it. Your silence protects your favor, it shields your peace, it guards your purpose. And the moment you stopped responding to everything, your spirit leveled up. The alignment of your path. There's a divine pattern forming around your journey. People are being placed in your life with purpose. Situations are unfolding at the perfect time. Lessons are repeating until you master them. This is alignment. It's God positioning you exactly where you need to be mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. Even the detours were part of the plan. Even the delays were strategic. Even the heartbreaks were lessons wrapped in disguise. Your steps have never been random. They've been orchestrated since the beginning. The reversal of everything working against you. Everything that was meant to break you is now working for you. Everything that was meant to destroy you is now elevating you. Everything that was meant to confuse you is now becoming clarity. God is flipping the script. The weapons formed against you didn't prosper, they prepared you. The enemies who plotted against you didn't win, they exposed themselves. The struggles you survived are now evidence of your strength and proof of your divine protection. You are walking into a season where everything wrong suddenly starts going right. The unfolding of your divine identity. Chosen one, you're beginning to understand who you truly are. Not the version people labeled you as. Not the version society tried to shape you into. But the version God designed before the world ever touched you. This is why your old mindset feels uncomfortable now. Your old habits feel heavy. Your old patterns feel foreign. You're shedding identities that were never yours. You're breaking out of cycles that were never meant for you. Your spirit is stepping into its original form, the powerful, awakened, spiritually aligned version of you. The closing of old doors. Recently, you've noticed certain doors closing abruptly. People disconnecting for no reason, opportunities ending without explanation, situations dissolving overnight. Don't chase what God has already dismissed. These closures aren't loss, they're divine protection. Anything that exits your life in this season is being removed because it cannot survive the level you're stepping into. God doesn't close doors to punish you. He closes doors to redirect you toward the ones that lead to your destiny. The rise of your discernment. Your spiritual vision is sharpening. You see people's intentions without them speaking. You sense energy the moment you walk into a room. You can tell the difference between someone's words and their vibration. This discernment is not random, it's a divine upgrade. Chosen ones receive heightened awareness because their purpose requires clarity. You're no longer fooled by appearances. You're no longer impressed by titles. You're no longer attached to illusions. Your spirit recognizes truth instantly, even when your eyes don't. The calling that won't let you rest. There's something inside you that keeps pulling you, pushing you, calling you forward. You can't ignore it anymore. It shows up in your dreams, in your thoughts, in random moments when your mind is quiet. It's God telling you there is more, you were made for more. And deep down you know it. This calling is why you can't settle for average, why you can't tolerate fake connections, why you outgrow environments faster than others. You're not impatient. You're aligned with a destiny that refuses to let you stay small. The strength of your spiritual resilience. You've been hit with storms back to back, yet here you stand wiser, deeper, unshakable. Your resilience isn't natural, it's divine. Where others would have collapsed, you found a reason to keep going. Where others gave up, you found strength in silence. Every time life tried to break you, something inside whispered, "Not you, not now." That whisper was God. That endurance was favor. That resilience was your spiritual DNA. And it's growing stronger with every season you survive. The elevation that can't be stopped. No matter who doubted you, who betrayed you, who tried to block you, your rise is unstoppable. Why? Because your elevation is spiritual, not social. It's rooted in divine timing, not human approval. It's guided by God's hand, not man's opinions. You are stepping into a realm where your gifts, your wisdom, and your presence will speak louder than your past. Your glow-up will be spiritual first, then physical, then financial, then global. The spiritual realignment of your life. Chosen one, everything around you is shifting because your soul is aligning with a higher frequency. Things that once entertained you now feel empty. Conversations that once distracted you now feel meaningless. Your spirit is choosing elevation over familiarity, purpose over comfort, alignment over attachment. This realignment is uncomfortable because it pulls you away from what you want and pushes you toward what you need. But trust this, whatever feels like loss is actually transformation. Whatever feels like separation is actually purification. Whatever feels like the unknown is actually divine direction. The purpose behind your weariness. Lately, you felt tired, not physically but spiritually. It's because you've been carrying responsibilities, emotion, and energies that don't even belong to you. Chosen ones absorb pain, heal. Others uplift spirits and carry burdens quietly. But even warriors need rest. This weariness is a sign that God is shifting you out of survival mode and into favor mode. You're not tired because you're weak, you're tired because you're transitioning into a greater version of yourself. The unseen hand guiding your steps. There were moments when you didn't know what to do, yet somehow you still made the right move. Times when you could have lost everything, but something unseen protected you. Opportunities that should have never reached you somehow found their way to your doorstep. This is divine favor. It guides without announcing itself. It protects without bragging. It aligns your path without needing credit. Every lucky break was actually God's hand. Every perfect timing was divine intervention. Every impossible escape was spiritual protection. The people who couldn't stay. Don't be angry at the people who left. Some were never meant to stay long enough to witness your elevation. Some were assignments, not soulmates, lessons, not lifetimes. As your spirit evolves, your circle gets smaller not because you're difficult, but because your purpose requires purity. God removes distraction before He releases blessings. Anyone who disconnected from you did so because their spirit couldn't survive the level you're stepping into. The emergence of your true power. You're beginning to realize something powerful. You don't need acceptance. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You only need alignment. Your power doesn't come from how loud you speak, it comes from how deeply you know yourself. It comes from surviving storms and still choosing hope. It comes from losing everything and still choosing light. Your spirit is unlocking a strength that the world can't explain, but it can feel. The transition you can't avoid. There comes a moment in every chosen one's journey when the old world collapses and the new one begins. You're in that moment right now. That's why life feels unstable. That's why people are acting different. That's why you feel detached from things you used to care about. This isn't chaos, it's transition. God is pulling you out of the version of yourself that survived into the version that will thrive. The shift is happening with or without your permission because it's destiny. The revelation of who you've become. Chosen one, look at yourself closely. You're not who you used to be, not mentally, not spiritually, not emotionally. Your reactions have changed. Your standards have risen. Your boundaries have strengthened. You've evolved quietly, privately, in moments when no one was watching. That's why some people don't recognize you anymore. They're responding to an old version of you that no longer exists. Your transformation wasn't loud, but it was powerful. God didn't upgrade you publicly. He rebuilt you in silence so no one could interfere. The end of the old cycle. You've been trapped in repeating patterns for years. Same type of people, same frustrations, same emotional wounds resurfacing. But something has shifted. That cycle broke the moment your spirit awakened. The things that used to trigger you don't control you now. The people who used to manipulate you don't have access anymore. Chosen one, if something inside you shifted, awakened, or came alive while listening to this message, then hear me clearly, this was your confirmation. Divine favor is not coming. It's already surrounding you, covering you, guiding you into the season you were born for. This is your moment to rise, to claim your spiritual identity, and to walk boldly into the destiny that has been waiting for you. If this message spoke to your soul, drop a comment and tell me. What part hit your spirit the deepest? I want to hear your voice. Make sure you like this video, comment your truth, and subscribe to Chosen Wave, because your journey is just beginning. And every time you return, you're stepping deeper into your awakening. Your spirit is rising, your path is opening, your favor is active. This is your season, claim it.